Imagine yourself meeting someone for the first time. You start a conversation. Within minutes, you realize that it feels like you've known this person forever. You experience a natural, instant, and spontaneous connection. An affinity with them. You know you'll get along with them in the future. What if your monitoring strategy could work the same way? Meet R-Star Affinity. R-Star Affinity is your turnkey industrial Internet of Things solution for reliable, real-time data flow from your work site to your desktop, all from a single vendor. Built for clients that care the most about critical asset data, R-Star Affinity is the integrated geotechnical solution for seamless data collection, communication, and presentation. R-Star Affinity, your single source, sensor to remote data connectivity solution.
Hi, how are you all today? My name is Corry McCarthy. I'm the Business Development Manager at Zero Trip Innovations, and I'm here to promote our products and services on the presentation today. At Zero Trip Innovations, our mission is to make innovative drilling products and training to service the global drilling industry. So, who are we? We're basically an innovations and training company, and we focus around improving efficiency in drilling services while improving safety on drill sites, removing manual handling. Our premier product is the Zero Trip Wedge, which I'm gonna show you a video now about how this works. Who would find this tool useful? Exploration companies on deep hole projects, drill project managers, geologists, directional drilling companies, deep hole directional programs of 1,000 meters plus underground and surface, and lastly, drill programs using wedges and core collecting mud motor steering services. So here I'm just going to show a quick 3-minute video on how the Zero Trip Wedge system works.
The Zero Trip Wedge is a new tool developed to eliminate multiple tripping of drill pipe when setting a wedge to establish a new borehole at any depth. It is best suited to set it with a gyro camera, so magnetic interference is not an issue, but can also be set with an easy track camera using GOR where boreholes are greater than 1.5 degrees off vertical for accurate wedge azimuth orientation. There are numerous innovations incorporated into our product, but central to its use is attaching and aligning the Zero Trip Wedge below the core barrel to a dropping mechanism in the core barrel, which is 4.5 meters long and consists of a quad latch retriever guide system coupled to a leak latch locking inner tube back end, fitted with a dump valve which equalizes the pressure inside and outside the drill string. That in turn is connected to a hollow chrome bar which protrudes half a meter beyond the core barrel, which connects to the Zero Trip Wedge and channels the water used to anchor it in place. Then we lower the Zero Trip Wedge, which is attached to the core barrel. Once it reaches the required depth, we can then survey our position using gyro or easy track GOR grid rotation for setting the wedge from an azimuth supplied by the client. We then use the core barrel outer back end and the locking latches in the dropping mechanism to enable us to rotate the Zero Trip Wedge to the required azimuth after surveying. By pumping water at high pressure, we then bypass the dump valve. which in turn breaks a safety pin, approximately 60 bar, which sets the zero trip wedge non-return anchors, approximately 80 bar. Resulting in the hydraulic piston expanding the anchors at the base of the wedge, locking it in place. And finally, with the zero trip wedge set, we use hydraulic pullback on the rig to break a designated weak point between the zero trip wedge and the dropping mechanism. At this point, we pull up the dropping mechanism on the wire line to the surface and replace it with the inner core tube, and then we are ready to begin to drill past the wedge. The wedging off a borehole at, example, a 1,000 meter depth is now completed in one shift, typically 8 hours from connecting the wedge on the surface to lowering, surveying twice, setting, and then drilling the first run past the wedge.
So there you go. There's our zero chip wedge. We believe it's the best wedging tool in the industry today. And I know it says 8 hours from setup, but with an experienced crew, you can have a wedge set and be drilling past it in under 6. So basically, you're creating daughter holes, great granddaughter holes. It's like a Christmas tree effect from your original bore. So instead of having to drill all these original bores, you're using the same borehole to explore your mineral composition. So what does it do? It saves time, it saves money, and it reduces the manual handling on site. Here is an example of a borehole design from using the zero trip wedging tool. If you see in the middle is your original bore with the wedge location, the first wedge up at the top. So then you start to create your different daughter holes from the original bore. And as you can see here, here's your mineralization target. So you can get to multiple layers of your mineralization target without having to drill separate boreholes. Here is an example of 40 wedges in one bore. Here is another example of borehole designs used on a project that we have been involved in. Just to talk about a case study, we do most of our wedging in Boliden at Tar Mines in Ireland, which is the biggest lead and zinc mine in Europe. And we found out that it is 80% time saving versus the haul row method, which is the original wedging method. So it's 80% on that. So it saves 4 operational shifts. So if you were setting an original haul row wedge, it would take 4 shifts longer than setting a zero trip wedge. So for example, if we were to set 50 wedges on a drill program in 1 year, you would save 200 operational shifts, or 200 rig days, as we call it here. So are you tired of your old techniques and all the rod handling and you want to try something new? Give us a call. And also for people that are using deep hole, downhole core collecting motors, a la Debico, if you're finding these methods or these services to be too expensive and not beneficial to your program, also consider giving us a call. So why are we different? We offer free training to our drill staff that use our products. So we're not going to be standing on site telling you guys what to do and charging huge consultancy rates. We're going to sell you the technology, and we're going to give you the tools and the knowledge to be able to use it so that your drill staff become better at what they do. So we'll share the knowledge on mud motor steering, how to steer mud motors. So it says your drill staff will be upskilled, no crazy costs, and we'll share our innovative training methods. We also have augmented reality assist. So if you buy our product, we give you Bluetooth smart glasses, and if you have 4G on site, we can do a live installation directing your drill staff all the way through the process, so that we can ensure that no mistakes are being made, and we can guarantee the customer and the client successful installation. So what do we provide? We provide the zero trip wedge installation and training, borehole drilling consultancy, directional drilling applications training, borehole steering calculations, guidance and training, borehole recovery consultation, and visual counseling. If you want us to go have a look and tell you guys how to improve what you're doing, we can do that too. I had another video here to show, but I've run out of time. So guys, if you're doing any wedging, deep hole, directional drilling, make sure to keep us in mind and give us a call. Our website is zerotrip.com. And as you can see there, you can get in touch with us by email at info@zerotrip.com. Thank you very much for your time today, and best of luck to all you guys at this time. Thank you.
Imagine yourself meeting someone for the first time. You start a conversation. Within minutes, you realize that it feels like you've known this person forever. You experience a natural, instant, and spontaneous connection. An affinity with them. You know you'll get along with them in the future. What if your monitoring strategy could work the same way? Meet R-Star Affinity. R-Star Affinity is your turnkey industrial Internet of Things solution for reliable, real-time data flow from your work site to your desktop, all from a single vendor. Built for clients that care the most about critical asset data, R-Star Affinity is the integrated geotechnical solution for seamless data collection, communication, and presentation. R-Star Affinity, your single source, sensor to remote data connectivity solution.